Greetings, family, and welcome to another episode of Dr. Mumbi Spiritual Show. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray, family, that you are well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life very much on your own terms. Special shout out to Errol, our co-host, and family. We are truly in a new season. Off, Errol. Off. We are truly in a brand new season, family. We are truly in a brand new era. At least we're moving into that. And something very significant has happened in the last couple of days. Of course, if you're part of our Patreon family, you saw this around the 22nd. But Pluto has moved into Aquarius, which is a very, very big deal, and confirms, family, what we've been telling you, that we are moving into a new book of life. We're moving into a new season. We're moving into a brand new paradigm for humanity, and now it's being confirmed by the so-called stars. We are firmly leaving the age, that we were in before, the previous age, and we are moving into the Aquarian age. And, Aquarius is all about humanitarianism. It's all about groups, group consciousness, mainly, family. It's all about friendships. It's all about massive organizations, massive change. Aquarians tend to be thought leaders. They tend to think outside of the box. Their lifestyle is very much out of the so-called ordinary, and this is what makes it such a revolutionary season and time, family, because we need our brothers and sisters who are Aquarians, who are the ones who are living, who refuse to, who beat to the beat of their own drum or whatever, who refuse to listen to the status quo or live in the status quo or accept the status quo as the only reality. And now with Pluto moving into Aquarius, in fact, actually, you know what? I'm going to even get into the details of that, because it is absolutely such a massive confirmation for each and every one of us, family, especially if we've been having that inner calling to move into a certain area of work, to move into our life work, to move into our destiny. Then this is further confirmation that the time and the season is here. But before I even get into that, this show, family, has been sponsored by Ufoma Otu. Now, she is a contemporary, multidisciplinary communications strategist and author, and she's written this amazing book for our youth. It's called Lead You: Notes to Young Africans on Creating a More Representative Continent. Her book is extremely timely. You can get it on Amazon, and she's looked into various historical and cultural context of how our communities were able to make it in the past. And then she's also had various conversations with thought leaders and business leaders in the diaspora, and put together a really great handbook for our young people. Because you know what, we have to remember, on the motherland, family, over 75% of the population is under 30. And it's like, the Spirit keeps reminding me of that, because it should show us that whatever we're seeing on the African stage now, in terms of our politics, in terms of corruption, in terms of exploitation, it is a very small percentage of the wider Africa. Those who are on the stage now, the presidents who are in their 50s, 60s, 70s, I don't know if we have an 80-year-old, those are now the minority. Those now represent the 25%. And they may be the 25% in leadership, but we've moved from that age of the star and the celeb and the one person on top, creating an idol and everyone worshiping them and everyone moving into them, that individualistic vibe. We're moving out of that era. And we're moving more into being aware of the collective consciousness, which has always been there. It's just been more chaotic when each of us was now trying to think about ourselves instead of thinking of the whole. And so we're in a very, very exciting time, family. And I think especially us on the motherland, we should be looking at this as something that is passing. And we should be taking there is such a huge responsibility for anyone who is above 20 on the motherland right now, because the majority of our family are children. So it is up to us to be brave enough to move into what we have been called here to do, to be brave enough to say no when it needs to be said, to be brave enough to break those generational curses, those family and ancestral curses, to be the ones that set free this other generation from that mindset of poverty, from that mindset of lack. And we do it by moving into living our best lives. Some of us will be called to teach. Of course, some of us will be called to lead because we're moving into a new leadership. But those are definitely stories I'll be sharing, because that is now the newness that we need to. I know we're battle bruised family. A lot of us Africans, we've been through it. And our global family, we've been through it. But it was all for what is coming in this season and time. And, it talks about how Pluto now, after a long time in Capricorn, Pluto's oncoming journey. Now, I'm actually reading from this article. It says, Pluto's upcoming journey in Aquarius will offer a markedly different experience. And it talks about how, the air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. I know for guys who are not too deep into astrology, just get the main message. Is associated with relationships, community, and networks. And when we talk about air signs, we're talking about anything to do with the atmosphere, communication, conversation, thoughts, meditation, all those kind of things, family. And also, Aquarian is motivated by collective care, humanitarianism, and large-scale societal matters, and is associated with rebellion and revolution, along with scientific breakthroughs, medical advancements, and technological achievements. And that is what we're going into now. This is why I'm excited, and this is why I'm saying it's a new season. Because for now, our focus is going to be off. He said, she said, the celebrities, the idols, the gossip. We're going away from that into looking at our collective reality and saying, how can we do life better? How can we as a collective do life better? And it's all about the mind, family. So expect massive changes. And you know what? The last time Pluto was in Aquarius was during the French Revolution. It was when the French Revolution happened. It was when the American Revolution happened. And there were many significant scientific inventions that also took place at that time. There was also a lot that happened in terms of even how humanity traded and bartered. The fiat thing also started around that time, family. But there was a whole shift in how society did life. That was the beginning of the petrol car and all those things, family. It was around that season that those things were planted. And we've seen their full manifestation now, and it has been out of balance. And so because the energy of Aquarius is so focused on us, as a collective, we're going to see a lot of change in that family. And the reason I'm even sharing that is because we are now on spiritual time. Don't be deceived by thinking it's business as usual and the world is as it is and as it will always be. So many things have taken place behind the scenes that are getting ready to manifest. So don't miss it now by losing faith in the final hour, when we're now in the new hour, actually. These are such exciting times. Please do your research, family, on Pluto in Aquarius. If you have more to share on this, please share it below. But this is what tells me, what the things I've been speaking about, spirit, the voice of our ancestors is aligned, it's reflected by everything that's happening on Mama Earth, even by the narratives of our so-called, enemies of our soul. So take heed, family. If you are being called to do something, do it. And as I always say, please put your healing and your mental transformation and your mental restoration first. And if there was anything I would ever do for Mama Africa, because I see some of you guys saying I should go into politics, I should do this, I should do that. I'm like, if there's anything I would do, and there's a lot of people who approach me to join this Pan-Africanist movement, this movement, and I don't. Because if there's one thing I would do, family, it would be to join a movement or to become part of a movement that is re-educating and restoring our people mentally. Because that is how we will restore our magic, our power, and restore our minds to the levels of when we were building pyramids and all kinds of other things, family. And that is the season we're in. And a lot of the people who are at the forefront, we had to prepare our minds so early. We've been on this journey for decades, preparing for such a time as this, and now that time is here. Special shout out to the sponsor of this show. We appreciate, love you so much, Uforma. Check out her book, family, and definitely even consider getting it for someone young in your family. And if you're young, see, the majority of you guys, we're in that young generation, definitely consider getting it. Lead You, Notes to Young Africans on Creating More Representative Continent, because that's what we're moving into. And if you'd like to sponsor a show, family, and get your business out there, whatever you're doing, of course we will screen it first, but get whatever your business, your services out there, email us, mumbi.saraki@gmail.com, and that's the email that we're using right now as we also go through a rebranding. We're switching up our website and everything. So if you need to get in touch, mumbi.saraki@gmail.com is where you'll find us. Tuko pamoja.